Dear students, today we are going to study internal structure of the monocot leaf. The leaf otherwise is called isobilateral leaf. So what do you mean by isobilateral leaf? The leaf can be splitted. So look at this the picture. So there are two leaves are there. One is we call is a monocot leaf and another one is a dicot leaf. Look at the vein which is present in the leaf. It is the upper down. It means we call is a longitudinal way. The veins are present. But here it's not like, it's like a network. So this leaf we call is a dicot leaf and this leaf we call is a monocot leaf. So why this the monocot leaf is called isobilated? If you split it, we can easily split equal parts, but it's not like that. It may goes grass sections or something is different, split into two equal part. That's the way this is we call is a dorsiventral. Dicot leaf we call is a dorsiventral, but monocot is a isobilateral leaf. So this is the structure we are going to study. Look at the picture. Transversion sections of the dicot leaf. So under the microscopic, so we can be able to see the internal structure of the dicot leaf. So this is the dicot leaf. So look at that upper epidermis, mesophyll. The mesophyll, two type of the regions are present. One is a palisade parenchyma cells. Another one is a sponge parenchyma cells. Palisade parenchyma cells. So this is we call is a sponge parenchyma cells. Both together we call is a mesophyll. So this is the lower epidermis. So this we call is a upper epidermis and this we call is a lower epidermis. So this is the structure of the dicot leaf, but a monocot leaf is not like that. Look at that, we cannot differentiate the mesophyll layer, palisade parenchyma cells and sponge parenchyma cells. We call is a vascular bundles and only the ground tissues are present. So this is the structures we are going to study. So the outermost layer of monocot leaf we call is a epidermis. So here the epidermis, upper epidermis and lower epidermis. The epidermis is classified as a two. One is a upper epidermis, another one is a lower epidermis. Monocot leaf have upper epidermis and lower epidermis. Epidermis is made up of the parenchyma cells. So this is the made up of the parenchyma cells. The cuticles is present the outer layer of stomata. So this is the stomata. So this we call is a cuticles. So this is we call is a cuticles. It presents in the both side, upper epidermis and lower epidermis. So in between the upper epidermis and lower epidermis, the mesophyll is present. The epidermis which is present upper, that we call is a upper epidermis. The epidermis which is present in the lower part of the leaf, that we call is a lower epidermis. The stomata is present. Look at the special character. Some of the cells of upper epidermis. Where is the upper epidermis? So this is the upper epidermis. Large and thin walled. Large and thin walled. So that things we call is a fully formed cells. We cannot find this type of the cells in the lower epidermis. The fully formed cells are present only the upper epidermis. So this is the large in size and thin walled. Mesophyll, it is a ground tissues that presents between both upper epidermis and lower epidermis. What is the mesophyll? The regions which is present in the upper epidermis and lower epidermis, in between the two layer, this all called is a mesophyll. Here, a special character, mesophyll, is not differentiated to the palisade parenchyma cell and sponge parenchyma cells. We cannot differentiate which is the palisade parenchyma cells and sponge parenchyma cells. The cells are irregularly arranged with intercellular space in between the two cells, which is present in the mesophyll. There is a space we call is a intercellular space. Intercellular space are present. The cells, the mesophyll cells have chloroplast. The chloroplast are present in the mesophyll cells. Here, the mesophyll cells is not differentiated into the palisade parenchyma cells and sponge parenchyma cells, which is present in the dicot leaf. But in the monocot leaf, it is not differentiated. The mesophyll, there is no palisade parenchyma cells, there is no sponge parenchyma cells. So vascular bundles. What is the vascular bundle? Large number of the vascular bundles are present. Some of them are small and some of them are is large. So a good number of the vascular bundles are present. It means a good number of the vascular bundles are present. Some of are large. So look at this, the vascular bundle. So this is a large in size. So this is also vascular bundle. It is not large, it is small in size. This is also vascular bundle. This is also small in size. A good number of the vascular bundles are present. So some of them are small, some of them are large. Each vascular bundle is surrounded by around the vascular bundle, which means around the xylem and phloem, there is a bundles we call is a bundle sheet. So this is the bundle sheet and this is another vascular bundle. So around that xylem and phloem, there is a bundle we call is a bundle sheet, and this is also another bundle sheet. Vascular bundles are conjoined. So the condition of the vascular bundles are conjoined. What do you mean by conjoined? The xylem and phloem. The xylem and phloem are present together. So here xylem and here is phloem are present together. So this conditions we called conjoined vascular bundle. And this is also is a collateral vascular bundle. So what do you mean by the collateral vascular bundle? Here phloem in the middle towards the center, phloem towards the center and xylem towards the upper part. So this we called collateral vascular bundle. And a closed vascular bundle, there is no cambium or presence in the vascular bundle. So that's why we call this a closed vascular bundle. So look at the vascular bundle is we call is a conjoint, collateral and closed. Xylem is present towards the upper epidermis and phloem towards the lower epidermis. So look at here, xylem towards the upper epidermis, phloem towards the lower epidermis. So this is the conditions present in the vascular bundle. Look at here. So the cuticles are present. The cuticles, the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis. So here also the cuticles are present. Lower epidermis. So this is the upper epidermis. So this is we call is a fully formed cells. And stomata chambers are present. So this is we call is a mesophyll bundle sheet. So xylem, phloem. These are the cells with conjunctive tissues. Already we know that. So around that the xylem and phloem, there is a bundle we call is a bundle sheet. Xylem is present here, phloem is present here, and lower epidermis is here, and stoma is present here. Stoma is present and lower epidermis is present. So this is the lower epidermis. So this is the cuticles. So just we will recall that what are the parts of the monocot leaf. The outermost layer we call is a cuticles. So what about this? So large in size, thin walled, which is present in the upper epidermis. The cell we call is a fully formed cells. And the epidermis which is present in the upper that's the way that called upper epidermis. In between the upper epidermis and lower epidermis, the regions we called mesophyll. Around the xylem and phloem, there is a bundle we call is a bundle sheet. Xylem is present here, and this is we called phloem, and this we called lower epidermis. So this is we call is a cuticles. So here stroma presence. So this is the structure. So cross sections of the monocot leaf. So under the microscopic conditions, we are able to see that. So this is the vascular bundle, upper epidermis, lower epidermis, stroma is present, that we call is a stromata. A good number of the stromata are present, air space are present, and these regions we call is a mesophyll. So this is we call is a xylem, and this is called is a phloem. So this is the structure. When you take the transection of the monocot leaf under the microscopic, so we are able to identify this is the structure. What's the difference between the dicot leaf and a monocot leaf? Dicot leaf we call is a dorsiventral, monocot leaf we call is a isobilated leaf. Dorsiventral, already I told that it is the structure, the vein presents like a network, like a structure. So we cannot split it into equal part, but here the monocot leaf, the leaf veins are present longitudinal. We can easily turn with the equal part. That's the way we call it isobilated. Iso means same, bi means two, lateral sections we call to know. So longitudinal. So that's the meaning of that. So look at this. Second point, mesophyll is differentiated into palisade parenchyma cells and sponge parenchyma cells. Dicot leaf, we can differentiate the mesophyll, the upper, close to the upper epidermis, the cells we call is a palisade parenchyma cells. The cell which is present so close to the lower epidermis, that we call is a sponge parenchyma cells. So we can be able to differentiate in the dicot leaf, but monocot leaf we cannot differentiate. So there is no palisade parenchyma cells, there is no sponge parenchyma cells. Thank you.